If you've gotten through the videos so far, you've noticed that we've been using geometric shapes to build perspective style drawings. And I'm trying to think right now about the questions that typically come up when discussing how to draw in perspective. And usually the one that comes up the most is, well, this is all well and fine, but what if I don't want to draw a box? And that's fine. You don't have to draw a box. You can really draw any type of shape, whether it's geometric or organic, in a perspective style. But usually instructors use geometric shapes just to make the demonstration seem a little bit more easy to understand, because you can identify the sides a little bit better. And before I go into discussing two-point perspective drawing, I wanted to use a little visual that has kind of helped me over the time, especially when trying to visualize exactly what side or area or angle I want to use. And I've got my trusty dog here, Sam, who has barked at the bunny rabbit outside, so hopefully he's gotten that worked out of his system. But he's here to sort of help me along with this demonstration as well, because, well, he's not going anywhere. So here I've got a block, right? And this kind of signifies the, or represents the drawing that we were working on. A one-point perspective drawing basically has you looking at one side of the cube. And I got to make sure I hold this correctly for the camera so you guys don't get confused. We drew three objects. We drew one on the horizon line, so you would be seeing just one side of it. We drew one below the horizon line, which, well, here's one side, and you can slightly see the black top to this. Oh, there we go. You can slightly see the black top, so you see one and two sides. And then we drew one above the horizon line. How's that? There we go. Oh, there we go. You've got still one side of the rectangle while you can see below it. There you go. Can you see below the black area right there? But what happens if you didn't want to draw just a rectangular shape? Well, moving to the two-point demonstration, what we're going to be drawing, or what we're going to be focusing on, is seeing two sides of the object. And what I tried to do here for the visualization, I'll bring it closer to the camera, there we go, is I have one side in blue marker, one side in red marker, and I did that so that I could illustrate the differences, there we go, the differences between a one-point and two-point perspective. A one-point, you were only looking at one side, depending on whether it was above or below the horizon line. If it was above or below the horizon line, of course you could see the top or the bottom right there, right? But in a two-point perspective drawing, you can see not only the top or the bottom, depending on whether it's above or below, but you can also see the opposite side. So I tried to illustrate that here on this wooden block by coloring one side with my marker blue and one side of the marker, one side of the block with a red marker. And what I'll show you guys on the piece of paper demonstration next up is, depending on where it's situated, whether it's above the horizon line or it's below the horizon line, you're also going to be able to see a third dimension, which will kind of pop this out a little bit more and make it a little bit more extreme. Also, don't get confused because I am using markers. I wouldn't recommend, if you're just starting out learning perspective, using markers to do this because, well, markers don't erase. So make sure, again, you have your supplies ready. You have drawing paper good to go, straight edges, and a nice pencil. And I remembered what I said from the last video, I have an eraser on this one. So make sure you have those things. Good luck.